Howdy, my name is Emma Griffin, and this is my review of the research method used in the article Elementary Teacher Education Programs in Finland, Research-Based Practices in the Quality Teacher. The article was by Ashley F. Franco, and the review is by Emma Griffin. So first, the research method that they used was narrative inquiry. This is a research method that was pioneered by Connolly and Clandinin in 1990. It stems from Dewey's belief on learning as an experience. In simplest terms, narrative inquiry can be described as stories lived and told, and it acts as a means of understanding the experiences of others and how individuals shape their own lives through the retelling of stories. The research questions included: how does Finland prepare elementary education majors? How do Finnish educators perceive quality teaching and research-based approaches? And what are their attitudes about assessment? So the reason that the narrative inquiry research method works for this specific research topic is that narrative inquiries consist of qualitative data, and the research questions that the research is targeting can all be answered through qualitative data produced from participant narratives. This could include participants' beliefs, attitudes, and perceptions about teacher quality and research-based approaches. The research method, in the author's words, is that the focus of narrative inquiry is on participants' personal experiences, and the goal of narrative inquirers is to view the world from the participants' perspectives. This research method used many research tools. One was story constellations. So when stories are juxtaposed with one another, they open up the inquiry spaces in human experience studies and lead to the creation of robust story constellations that capture the unique combinations of narratives lived and told at particular junctures in time. The story constellation in this research consists of 2 professors, 2 pre-service teachers, and 2 program alumni. Another research tool that was used in this study are focus groups. So the focus group in this study consisted of the 6 participants, and the data from the focus group was used to determine where participants' narratives converged and where they differed. It was also used to guide interview questions. The next research tool that was used by Franco was interviews. So the study consists of 8 one-hour-long interviews. These interviews included questions that were based upon data from the focus groups and prior observations, and based upon individual responses, Franco also included follow-up questions after the interviews were conducted. The next research tool that was used in this study were shadowing experiences. So in order to better understand the narrative inquiries, the researcher also shadowed or observed the participants in their natural setting. These experiences allowed the researcher to better tailor the narrative inquiry questions to individual participants. In addition to those research tools, there were also many analytical and interpretive tools that were used in this study, including broadening and burrowing, storing and restoring, member checks, documents, email and video chats, ethical considerations, field notes, journal writing, historical truth, and trustworthiness. So the order of research began in November 2014 with the dissertation proposal. During this time, the author was also conducting the literature review. In February of 2015, Franco spent 2 weeks in Helsinki, Finland, where she conducted the focus group, story constellation, shadowing experiences, and the interviews. Then through March to April of 2015, Franco used the analytical and interpretive tools to conduct the analysis and conclusions. And finally, in May of 2015, Franco defended her dissertation. So the commonplaces for curriculum The teacher in this study would be the participants of the study sharing their personal narratives. The learner in this study would be the author Ashley Franco. The subject matter would be teacher preparation programs in Finland. And the milieu or context would be teacher preparation programs in Helsinki, Finland, specifically. Why is this study believable? So I looked at the 5 most important things when looking at a research study. That includes depth, objectivity, currency, authority, and purpose. So this article includes an in-depth review of the literature, methodology, personal narratives, analysis, and conclusions. The reason that it is objective is because it utilizes a reputable literature review, includes historical truth, considers the importance of trustworthiness and qualitative research, includes multiple perspectives, and the researcher and participants are asked to acknowledge their own biases. The currency of this article was written in 2015, so it was only 7 years ago, making it still current and relatable. The authority of this article, it was written by Ashley Franco, who was a degree candidate for the Doctor of Education at the University of Houston, and it was also reviewed and approved by highly knowledgeable dissertation committee members. And then the purpose of this article was simply to present research related to the education system and teacher preparation programs in Finland. Why is this study unique? So although research into Finland's education system and teacher preparation program had been done before, Franco took on a unique research method approach by utilizing the story constellations approach of narrative inquiry. This research method highlights real stories and personal accounts in relation to the questions, thus making it a qualitative research approach rather than a quantitative approach. Some of the ethical considerations or issues that Franco had to take into account included the participants needed to sign an instructional review board permission form that allowed their university to be identified. Participants also retained the right to be audio recorded. Pseudonyms were put in place of participants' real names, and participants were given a code number to keep all materials confidential. Lastly, my closing comments. Through the story constellations approach to narrative inquiry, Franco gains qualitative data about teacher preparation programs in Finland. The research analyzed the personal narratives of 6 participants, 2 professors, 2 previous service teachers, and 2 program alumni. This research method involves story constellations, focus groups, interviews, shadowing experiences, and a plethora of interpretive and analytical tools. Thank you for watching.